Are you wondering how many practice tests you really need before the LNAT? The answer surprises most candidates. Taking just a couple of official mocks leaves you dangerously underprepared. Here is the direct answer. To secure a highly competitive score for elite institutions, you should aim to complete upwards of 50 full-length, timed LNAT practice tests before exam day. Remember, the LNAT is fundamentally an aptitude test. Unlike a history exam, you cannot memorize facts to improve. You are tested on your ability to deconstruct complex arguments under extreme time pressure. Improving that specific aptitude means rewiring how you read and process information. It is a skill forged almost entirely through repetition and rigorous review, not through cramming content. Many candidates drastically underestimate the volume required. Relying solely on the 2 or 3 official tests from the consortium leaves you exposed to the nuances and fatigue of the real exam. The first reason high volume works is pattern recognition. LNAT questions may look unique, but they draw from a finite set of logical structures and recurring distractor patterns. Test designers consistently use the same techniques to build wrong answers. They introduce subtle shifts in degree, offer statements that are true but irrelevant, or lean on absolute language like always or never. By exposing yourself to 50 or more tests, you stop puzzling out every question from scratch. You begin to recognize the structural shape of a trick or a common distractor almost instinctively. That instinct is the secret to gaining speed without losing accuracy. It is exactly what pushes a score from middling average up into the high 20s top universities expect. The second reason is stamina. Reading dense passages on philosophy, law, economics, and ethics is exhausting. Doing it for 95 minutes, then writing a 40-minute essay, demands profound cognitive endurance. Candidates who only take a few tests often suffer a severe drop in comprehension around the 60-minute mark. Dozens of full-length mocks train your brain to hold focus for the full 2 hours and 15 minutes. The third reason is stabilizing your score. If you take 3 tests and score 21, 26, and 23, predicting exam day is nearly impossible. Your variance is simply too high. Taking 50 or more tests gives you a statistically meaningful average. That lets you accurately gauge your readiness and pinpoint the specific weaknesses that need targeted intervention before the real thing. When you commit to this volume, the format matters as much as the quantity. A common mistake is trying to work through 50 tests using physical LNAT preparation books. Physical books cannot replicate the digital interface or the relentless on-screen timer. You cannot highlight or underline on the real LNAT. You must read from a monitor and use a digital scratch pad. Practicing on paper builds a false sense of security and never trains the screen reading stamina you actually need. 200 digitally simulated tests make the superior choice obvious. To reach 50 tests without burning out, you need a structured timeline. Start 6 to 8 weeks before your exam. In weeks 1 and 2, take 3 to 4 tests, prioritizing accuracy over speed. In weeks 3 to 5, climb to 5 to 7 tests a week and strictly enforce the 95-minute limit for Section A while adding your Section B essays. In weeks 6 to 8, take 1 or 2 full-length, back-to-back tests daily, always on a digital interface, focusing on stamina and keeping exam anxiety low. To reach that 50-test milestone, try LawMint's free full-length LNAT practice test today at lawmint.uk. Then unlock the full series of 200 tests with 8,400 multiple-choice questions. Subscribe to @LNAT Prep on YouTube for more.